comfy, welcome, good morning, and welcome to your body and breath practice, the practice to set you up breath-wise, body-wise for the week that is about to unfold ahead of us. I really wanted to shine a light on the back half of the body this morning. So as we're working with this wonderful Greek mythological story of Persephone, we're obviously in the time of her ascent, the time where she would arise from the underworld and bring spring with her. So every step she takes, flowers bloom from where she's stepped. But of course, there is that shadow part of her as well, and we have shadowy parts within us, and physically I feel that really manifests in the back half of the body. I really feel like we don't shine the light of our inner awareness into the back, the spine, the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves, the soles of the feet, even the backs of the arms and head. So that's really where our practice is going to take place today. So swing yourself round and relax yourself into the most comfortable Shavasana that you can find, and start to feel all of those body parts I just named beginning to soften and settle into the earth. Now, some of these body parts can be and feel really heavy. I always think about my calf muscles, obviously the glute muscles, the biggest muscles in the body. Really let them relax. The shoulders, while not the heaviest part, can carry a lot. So let those soften as well. And just really releasing, closing the eyes and taking a breath for yourself. Feel free to sigh or exhale out. And just feel as though the earth has lifted to greet you, the back of your body, to hold. And while spring blooms around us, we just delve in and shine that light of awareness into some of those more shadowy pockets of the body. Now just start with the head, letting it roll from side to side, as if the earth is giving the back of your head a gentle massage. Rolling the head, easing through the neck. And then find yourself in the longest possible stretch, reaching those arms up, those legs down, wiggling the fingers, the toes, the hands, the feet, the wrists, the ankles. And maybe see how it feels to lift the middle section of your back up off of the ground. So let that abdominal area rise. And then as you exhale, just gently contract it all the way in and back and feel that strength. Just do that 2 more times. Inhale to stretch through and up. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders together and then press them down into the ground as you hug in. Last one, inhale, lift, extend. And then feeling that connection all the way back. And with that connection, see how it feels to guide those knees in towards your chest. And just feel your back soften into the ground. Again, like we did with the head, just swaying, feeling the gentle pressure of the earth massaging across your back. And let your head sway again as well. Don't forget about the head, don't keep it static, bring it with you. And then as you inhale, coming back through to center, plant the soles of your feet down, roughly hip distance,
palms beside your hips, rising into Setu Bandhasana with your inhale. Just squeeze and float the pelvis just very lightly, not too high, just enough to feel, and then rolling all the way down. I'm going to do that 4 more times, pressing through the hands, the feet, the shoulders, and lifting perhaps a little bit higher with each round. Just feeling that rise and that gentle descent all the way down. Really getting, yes, strength and softness, but also this gentle kind of liquefaction of the spine, specifically on that descent, just tiptoeing your vertebrae down to the ground. On the last round, inhale, lift as high as you like and hold. Now really feel into the soles of the feet as they press into the ground. Feel into your hamstrings as they strengthen through the backs of the legs. Feel into the glute muscles as they squeeze and hold you. The back, the shoulders, even the back of the head. Just really awakening that connection to the back half of the body, and then soften all the way back down into it. Take a deep breath in, arms lifting nice and high over the head. Once again, stretch those legs and bring them roughly hip distance with a flex in the feet. And then when you're ready, squeeze, bring the hands beside the hips, lift the head and the shoulders. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, let the hands come up as the head lowers, and then squeeze and lift up. Last round. And then slide those forearms back, coming into reverse sphinx, or as you know, I like to call it sun lounger pose. So wiggling those hips a bit wider, pressing through the palms and forearms, lifting the heart as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Now just look up to the ceiling first. Really get this into the back of your chest and that curve into the lumbar region of your spine. And exhaling as you properly slump all the way down, like your head is shrinking into your shoulders. Slump it all the way down, try and look at your belly button. And just flow through that 2 more, again, bringing this kind of liquefaction into the spine. And then when you're ready to inhale, find a nice long neutral position and see how close together both elbows can lift to bring you up to seated. Looks easy when you see someone else do it, and then you do it yourself and you're like, oh, that's quite hard. So lifting each glute muscle up and back to naturally lengthen through the backs of the hamstrings. Now I always get a little bit of a gripe when people tell me they have tight hamstrings, because I actually think that's a good thing. I think having tight hamstrings is actually better for us long term than having long loose elastic bands strung in the back of the leg. So really anchor your heels into the mat. As you breathe, length up through the spine, take the hands nice and high as well, and then just take a kind of tilt forwards. Keep the knees a little bit soft and keep the spine nice and long and lifted forwards and up. Take a breath wherever you've gotten to, and then as you exhale, you might find there's just a millimetre more space that you can move into. So you're really thinking about taking the chest as far down the fronts of the legs as you can, as you awaken, lengthen and strengthen through the backs of the legs. And keeping it really active, inhale 1 more time. And then exhale, just maybe take it that millimetre further forwards. Remember that spine staying nice and long and lifted, shoulders soft. And then relaxing the hands down, probably beside the legs, to then curve the spine and release the head. Now bringing your awareness much more into the back of your torso, breathing into the back of the ribs and lungs, breathing into the back of the lower spine.
And let those shoulders really soften. Taking one more deep breath in. And fully exhale, maybe even sigh. And as you inhale, roll all the way up through the spine. So just going to gently guide the left knee nice and close in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in. Now, you roughly want about a fist's width between the inside of your left foot and the inside of your right thigh. And I'm going to get right into the hip here. So take a deep breath in as you hug that leg, squeeze it in, lift the spine nice and high, and then take a forward fold towards your extended leg, but keep this knee really close into the side of your body. It feels tight, it feels restrictive, but it's okay. Breathe into the parts of the body that feel restricted and feel as though they just want to go puh. See if you can reduce that and breathe into the puh instead of the puh. And then as you inhale, circle the left hand back. Bring the right hand across to twist into that left leg. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist and deepen. And hug your inner thigh and your belly together. Feel that rotation all the way through the spine, from the base of the pelvis to the crown of the head. Nothing like awakening the spine first thing in the morning. How's that extended foot doing? Is the sole of it awakened, pointed or flexed? And you feel more of the back of the leg with it. And then when you're ready, slide your right hand to the outside of your left foot and pick it up with as much of a bend as you can. So keeping the belly and the thigh nice and close. Lifting that left hand behind you. Take a deep breath in, slide up through the chest, slide down through the shoulders, and maybe, just maybe, that leg lengthens a little bit more. Remember, a long leg is not always a straight leg. So I have long legs, but they're very rarely dead straight. So just keeping that bit of softness. Then when you're ready, take a fold over with that leg back into your forward fold, but simultaneously side body stretch. Now again, it's first thing on a Monday morning. There are areas of your body that are going to resist this, but it's okay. Breathe into that gentle resistance. Find the space, no matter how small the pocket of space may feel, and breathe into it. And then when you're ready, turn your chest. You might need to slide that left foot a bit further forwards, lifting all the way through and up. And then exhale, take another leaning forward fold, keeping the spine long, anchoring those heels down as you awaken all the way through the back of the body. Feeling a little bit like the sun is really shining on the back of your body, like sun rays beaming from the back of your head all the way down and underneath to the soles of your feet. And finding that curve through the spine as you fold further over and down, releasing through that head. Breathing into the back of the shoulders. And then when you're ready, using your roll up to guide that right knee in. And again, you want about a fist's width from thumb to little finger in between the inner foot and the opposite inner thigh. So you're going to lift nice and high. Now hug that leg, squeeze it in, lifting through the spine. Now keeping this leg as steady as you can as you start to lean forwards into your forward fold. But again, keep that knee nice and close into the side of your body. Again, it feels constrictive, but breathe into those feelings. Often, when we find that that gathering, that awareness, that strength, it makes the softness come a little bit more easily and a bit more freely. So feeling and breathing into those little pockets. And then as you inhale, circling and twist round to hug that right leg with your opposite arm. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist and deepen. Noticing how it feels to play, to bring added strength, added awareness into different parts of the body through curiosity, not through pushing or forcing. Maybe lifting that back hand. And then sliding your left hand towards your right foot. I'm going to pick it up. Keep a nice bend in it first, because we want the twist to be through the spine. We want the chest to be relatively close to this lower right thigh and knee. And finding that lifted length from all the way down at the base of the spine up. And then maybe taking that hand up as you slightly lengthen through that leg. I am a huge advocate for keeping a soft bend in the knee at pretty much all times during a yoga practice. Just allowing the muscles to really hold you rather than just well-stacked joints. Now breathing in here and slowly exhale, lowering that leg, sweeping the right arm over the head into your side body stretch and forward fold. A lot going on in the body, but it's okay, breathe into it all. Shining that light of your awareness into the back part, the back half of your body. And flowing through to rise all the way up and lift and exhale as you fold. And notice the difference in your forward fold. Hopefully it feels slightly less forceful. Hopefully it feels slightly nicer to be here. And as you inhale, roll all the way up through the spine. You can cross the ankles or sweep the feet round to the same side, coming into tabletop position. So as you anchor, as you hold yourself strong, again, focus into the back half of your body. If you'd like to, if it feels okay on the knees, you can tuck the toes under. Otherwise, just soften the tops of the feet. Inhaling. Now really thinking about the back body, I'd normally say open the heart, lift the head, but today try and squeeze your sit bones and your shoulder blades towards each other, and then try and separate them as far away from each other as you exhale. And just by shifting the awareness, still making the same movement as we always would here, but by simply changing the points of the body we anchor that awareness into, we can feel such a shift. One more round in your time. And then finding a nice long neutral spine to tuck the toes if you haven't already. Sweep those hips all the way back towards your heels. Press through the palms and the toes and slowly let those knees flow all the way up into your downward facing dog. Now, normally when we come into down dog, there's a few areas of, oh, that feels a bit weird. And it's often in the back of the body. Not only is the back of the body holding you and strengthening you, but it's also stretching at the same time. But just feel how much nicer that back half of the body feels, even in your very first downward facing dog. Move in any way that you like, through the feet, the knees, the hips, the spine, the shoulders, neck and head. Remembering to prioritize comfort and connection. And then take a deep breath in as you come through into plank. Knees can be down or up, you choose. but feeling that back half of the body strong. Push the heels back, reach the head forwards, lower the knees down. And I always find this a weird pose. We're going to bend the elbows to lower the chest and the chin down to the ground, but keep your bum stuck up a little bit. Feel like a snake halfway through a slither. And then push through the toes as you ripple your chest and your head forwards, laying fully onto the earth. As you inhale, push through the tops of the feet and lift into a floating sphinx. And lifting the palms and arms, opening the chest and the head, and strengthening through that back panel of the body. Exhaling as you lower the hands and the head all the way down. We're going to do that twice more, inhaling, sweeping and lifting up. Squeeze the elbows back, open through the heart by squeezing the shoulder blades and down. Last time. Squeezing, holding. Really push the tops of those feet into the floor, squeeze those glute muscles. And then as you bring your palms down to the ground, keep that awareness through the back of the body as you lift up through Cobra. Then curve the spine as you press the knees down and ripple your way back into Balasana. Just taking a couple of deep breaths here. And as you inhale, rise. Coming through tabletop, just shimmy those knees a little bit closer together. Tuck your toes under, and as you inhale, float those knees up and walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Find a nice hanging, dangling forward fold. Again, really thinking about the back half of the body. How much can the feet anchor? How much can the knees soften? How much can the hips lift to the sky? How much can the spine drape and drop? And as you inhale, rise halfway. Open through the heart by squeezing those shoulder blades together. Very nice. And low. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling. Sliding the hands up and down. The legs can lengthen a little more if you like. I like to bend them in the fold and lengthen them a little more with the rise. And then we're going to walk out with the hands through to down dog, to plank, and back again, back to here. So start to walk your hands forwards, downward facing dog. Then come through to plank, knees down or up, you choose. Then back through down dog. And then walk the hands back to the feet. So that's it mechanically. See if you can slow it down a little bit. When we do things like this, we often tend to speed it up because we just want to get it done. So as you inhale, open the heart. Walk those hands forwards, really purposefully place them down. Feel the back of the body staying long, steady and strong. Then flow through to plank. Then back to dog. Then hands back to the feet. Feel that little sway in the back, the little sway through the soles of the feet. We're going to do that 1 more time. Even slower. Feel the shoulders, feel the backs of the arms. Feel the feet, the legs, the back of the head. Relaxing when you get back into your forward fold, release the head. And then when you're ready, inhale, walking those hands all the way out into downward facing dog once again. And then as you inhale, flow through into plank. Lower the knees, keep the elbows nice and close to your side body as you drop the chest and the chin down. And then gently ripple to lower. Wiggle that chest out, wiggle that head out. Have a little bit of a shimmy as you bring your forehead to rest on your stacked palms. Coming into crocodile pose. And just breathe into the back half of your body. The back half of your body is so strong and so supportive, but it so rarely feels the same level of freedom that the chest or the belly or the hips can feel. And that can cause us to feel even a little uncomfortable when we lay on our bellies, because we can feel as though we are quelling that openness. But we just want to find the openness in other parts of the body too. So as the earth holds your forehead, your chest, your arms, your belly, hips, thighs, knees, and the tops of the feet, allow all of that to be taken care of and to be held. And breathe into the back of your body. Feel how, as the belly can't inflate as much, that movement goes into the back of your body. And feel that gentle ebb and flow. And just enjoying that for 2 more deep breaths. And as you inhale, sweeping the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, rippling from here all the way up through Cobra and back, almost as if you're going to go back into Balasana, but just take a moment to drop and drape. And then curve that spine up with your inhale through cat, to sweep the knees and feet round to the same side and come to a comfortable seated position of your choice. Breathing length up through the spine, softening the slope of the shoulders. And just letting those shoulders drift back a tiny little bit. I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but we can have this tendency to really pitch forwards in a seated position. See if you can relax the back part of your pelvis. Actually relax as much of your butt cheeks onto the floor as you can. Feel your chest above your pelvis, your head above your chest. So you have this lovely long lifted feeling without all of the back muscles feeling like they're tensing. So there's this lovely sensation of lifting and holding, but not tensing. And just take a moment to feel into that. Just noticing where that alignment actually sits, because it might feel like you're leaning back, but you're probably not. Finding how that awareness and that shining of the light of your inner awareness into the back of your body heightens your whole body understanding. Through that deeper connection to the back half of the body, we have a much richer sense of full body cohesion. So breathing into that fact, breathing into that feeling, feeling that sensation of wholeness and completeness. Like the light of our inner awareness has dispelled the deep, dark shadows much like the sun has risen this morning to illuminate this beautiful world. Inhale as you circle the arms, connecting the palms. Exhale to hug the hands to heart center. I hope your week can be filled with that wonderful sense of shining the light where it needs to go. And to underpin that message, I'm going to close with a mantra, which means, may I be led from darkness to light, from lies to truth, from mortality to immortality. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti. Have a beautiful day, have a beautiful week, and I will see you Wednesday, if not Friday. Oh, I could go swimming right now.